Vampire Zombies from Space. I have the co-writer, co-producer, and he also has a little cameo in his own film, Alex Forman.
Wow, amazing.
I loved this show. I was so happy to see it.
Oh, well, that's fantastic to hear. We had such a fun time making it, so we are just really happy to share it with the world at this point.
Okay, so you and your writing partner have been working together for how long?
Well, I met Jacob Scrippa in high school, and we were both kind of the film guys at like our different respective grade schools. So once we met in high school, we kind of decided to start kind of collaborating there, and then just through university and up until we're in our 30s now. So yeah, it's been quite a while. Me and Jacob had the original script that we brought to Mike Stasko, who helped us with some additional writing, and then he was the director. And together we made Vampire Zombies from Space.
I can't say it enough. I really enjoyed it. I went in there because I know you, and I'm like, okay, we got to be supportive. But it was a blast. I like the old feel of like Dawn of the Dead, and it was great, a little campiness to it. It was perfect. What made you go in that direction?
Well, Jacob and I, we love just writing different things. So we have so many scripts of like so many different topics, but we just like to find areas where you can really dig in and just really drill out some great comedy. And the 1950s like horror movie, like the really kind of junky special effects and like campy acting, it seemed like the perfect playground for us. So that really drew us to the genre, and then from there we decided to do like, okay, do we do like vampires and werewolves and all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's Vampire Zombies from Space. It's kind of like the ultimate 1950s horror movie, like to the extreme. And I think that's why we kind of gravitated toward that genre.
Is this the first horror type project that you've worked on?
It's not the first like horror project that I've done myself. Jacob and I have done a lot of short films, and some people describe them as nightmares. So we don't really think about it in terms of genre when we're writing different things, but yeah, a lot of the times we just end up gravitating towards the horror genre because I think horror and comedy are very similar in a lot of ways. Like you're eliciting a strong reaction from the audience in both. With horror, if you get a scream, you know you did a good job. With comedy, if you get a big laugh, you know you did a good job. And maybe that's why we're always kind of accidentally doing horror when we're always trying to focus on the comedy.
In this movie, you get both. I mean, there was a few and then laughing at the same time. Like, it was a blast.
There's some gnarly special effects. Oh yeah, like to the point where I wouldn't watch it if I didn't make the movie. Like, there's some stuff that would make me squeamish.
Perfectly done in every way. Now, it is making the rounds of the film festivals.
It's amazing, yeah.
You've been all over the movie's been all over the world.
Honestly, I wish I could just like tell you the entire list of everywhere that we've played.
It's too many.
Yeah, and we're so thankful for that. Like we played so many festivals in the fall of last year, starting in October 2024. And even like next week, we've got, or I don't know when this podcast comes out. Oh,
this is coming out for that.
Yes, okay. So March 28th, we'll play at the Canadian Film Festival in Toronto. Really looking forward to that one. But we're playing in Europe, across Canada. We're playing in the States later on next month. And I don't know when the train's going to stop. We just kind of keep getting accepted to festivals, and we'll just keep going as long as they let us in.
And you guys have won some festivals.
We have, yeah. We've got a couple awards for like Best Audience Choice and like Best Screenplay, Best Director. If you check out our social media, you'll see all of that on our Instagram page. But yeah, we're super proud of what we put together.
You guys had some familiar faces in there as well.
We did, yeah. We right from the start, we knew that we wanted to have some kind of star power in this. We were so lucky to feature a bunch of fantastic local actors and actresses from Windsor and Toronto. There's so much amazing talent in the city. But we were also able to reach out and get some, I don't know if you call them horror icons, but
they are.
But definitely some more well-known names in the horror community, especially the 1950s horror community. Judith O'Dea was in the film. She was the star of Night of the Living Dead. The original Scream Queen is what they call her. Actually, when she was on set, she said that she preferred to be called the Yell Queen. Instead of Scream Queen. I thought that was kind of fun. But we had her, David Liebehart. He's from Tim and Eric. So if you're a Tim and Eric fan, you'll for sure be familiar with him. And just a couple other roles from actors that you might have seen. We have one actor, he was in the Saw 4, I believe. And Lloyd Kaufman from Troma Entertainment. I'm not huge into Troma myself. I haven't seen a lot of those old movies, but I know there's a lot of horror diehards who they love the Troma stuff. And if you ever check Lloyd's IMDb, his movie database page, he's got like 600 credits. He's such a lover of like smaller films.
And you were in it.
I was in it, yeah. I had a little role. When it came to like me and Jacob and Mike too, Mike has a very small part in the movie. We kind of just got down to the scheduling at the end, and we were like, okay, since we're here every day, we can kind of play around with the schedule for these specific like roles. And that's how we ended up playing the greaser teenager characters, me and Jacob.
You've done a lot of short films and a TV show, a few episodes. How hard was it to write a full length?
Well, it's definitely a lot harder. Just the pure length of it, and especially the way you have to just make the story kind of keep progressing and just building the stakes more and more. When you're doing like a 4-minute, 5-minute sketch, you pretty much have like one core idea of like, this is what I want to have the joke, this is the main thing, and then you just figure out a way to like tell that one joke in the best way. But with the movie, you're almost like coming up with like 40 different little sketch scenes that you're stitching together, and you have to have the narrative on top of it. And you have to have the characters that you're supposed to root for and want to follow and care if they die or live. And yeah, just putting all that together, it's something that me and Jacob never really had a whole lot of experience with until the point where we started working with Mike. And working with Mike has been so great because this is like I want to say it's his 6th film that he's done.
Oh, boy.
He's been making movies in Windsor for a long time, him and Ted Bazaire. But he really helped us shape the more narrative side of the the movie. So when it comes to making sure that we have callbacks like to a certain plot element in the first act that comes back in the third act, and trying to like really keep the scripts like very economical as far as like characters and roles. I know when the script first started, me and Jacob had like 10 different cop characters that each had one line throughout the entire movie. But now we only have like, I want to say 2 cops who have any lines. So things like that, Mike really helped us kind of shape the script into a real like movie, I guess you could say.
Okay, since Vampire Zombies from Space has only been in film festivals and it hasn't been released as a motion picture yet, what is the plot?
So we hope that the title kind of sells itself a little bit, Vampire Zombies from Space. Hopefully you know what you're getting into with that title. You know you're coming into just a silly comedy about the 1950s horror movies, and it's going to be just kind of wacky, like not take itself too seriously. So the plot it's very, very simple. It's just vampire zombies from space, of course, come invade this little small town, Marlowe, and there's a little band of characters, a couple cops, there's a young woman and a greaser. They get together and they try to stop the evil invasion from Dracula.
And this was all done in black and white, which was awesome. And it was recorded in Windsor?
Yeah, I would say like 99% in Windsor. There was a couple like pickup things that we did, but yeah, it was all local. We had local actors, local craft services, local crew, which was fantastic. And I just want to touch quickly on the black and white. That was such a help to the production of the film because you get to get away with so much with the black and white. Like for example, my favorite trivia fact is a lot of the blood in the movie, it's actually chocolate syrup.
I never even would have thought of stuff like that.
But it's great because like fake Hollywood blood, like it's pretty expensive and it looks great when you're in color, like you almost need that stuff. But in black and white, the colors really change. And that was a big deal for our costumes too. We had to make sure that like those would all look good in black and white. But for the blood, you would just use chocolate syrup and it looks exactly like blood. And I'll tell you, it's a lot cheaper. And if you're an actor who like you get, I don't know, punched in the face and you have to spit some blood out of your mouth, chocolate syrup tastes much better.
Oh, I could imagine.
Than the other stuff.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to figure out the costumes. Do you have to really match everything, or it can be totally all over the place?
Yeah, the thing with the colors is you'd have to. I'm not the expert on it, so you'd have to look online to see exactly how each color translates to black and white. But basically, a lot of colors just kind of wash out when it's in black and white. So what you do for the costumes is you actually focus on texture more than color, because that helps the black and white, like you can pick that up on the camera a little bit easier. We had a costume designer, Emily. She was really great at picking out the best outfits and choosing the good colors for each of our actors. And I think it's a beautiful film. Really
is.
looks great at the end of the day. That's exactly what me and Jacob were hoping for, as far as the black and white aesthetic and the look of the whole thing. Just super happy with how that ended up.
It really was a perfect old-time campy horror show.
We want it to be authentic.
It was. Is it going to be released?
No, I don't think we're ever going to show anyone.
No.
So no,
No,
we're going to come out with it.
Released? Is it ever going to be released
Yeah.
past the film festival?
Absolutely. I wish I had more to say. There's so much unknown right now. But what I will say is you could probably expect it either sometime this year or next year. It's probably a decent bet.
Because it needs to be seen by everybody because it's so much fun. Are we going to get to see it back in Windsor again?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do some kind of local premiere, and maybe even a little small run at one of the local theaters too. So yeah, we definitely want Windsor to be able to see this movie the first out of anybody.
That's great. Are you guys doing anything else? Do you have any other works going right now?
Well, that's the life of the filmmaker. You always have a bunch of scripts kind of cooking, and you never really know exactly what's going to be the next big thing that you get to work on. But yeah, absolutely. Me and Jacob have a couple buns in the oven, just seeing where we can make some different things. We have a short that we're planning on shooting next month for a film festival in the summer. And yeah, we just kind of keep making things.
Now, is that for the 48-hour Flick Fest?
No, we did that last year.
Oh yeah, you can't plan that.
No,
Oh.
you can't plan that one. And that's a really, really fun festival. Yeah, we entered last year at the Windsor Film Festival. Didn't do much as far as awards, but we were happy.
That's hard.
It's pretty hard. We were happy with our little concept, and I think looking back at the film, we're gonna look back and really enjoy watching it. It was called Bed Bomb.
Bed bomb?
Yeah. Well, they gave us the criteria. You had to have a mattress salesman in your movie. And we're like, how do we have a mattress salesman in the 48-hour movie? So we figured, you know what if we do a twist and we'll do something about a mattress itself? And we call Bed Bomb, we call it speed on a mattress. So it's like a guy, he rips his mattress tag out, and then his bed becomes a bomb that he can't leave the bed. Yeah, and I won't spoil the ending.
Obviously, there are people in Windsor, Essex County that have never heard of the 48-hour Flick Fest or even the world. What is that? It's
great. It's a 48-hour film competition. So they do those, I want to say a lot of different film festivals you'll find them at. But essentially all it is you get 48 hours to write, shoot, direct, edit, everything to create a film. So how it works is Friday night at 6 o'clock, you'll be given certain elements that you have to put in your film. And then you have 48 hours starting from then to do everything. So 48 hours from the start, you have to submit a finished film, just uploaded and send the link over. And making a movie in 48 hours, it sounds like it could be doable, but it is very difficult. And,
there's no sleeping.
No. You're lucky if you can sleep the first night. We have a pretty good routine now. Me and Jacob, we've entered the competition, I want to say 11 or so times. And usually Saturday night, you can expect to sleep a little bit if you can come up with a solid idea. There are definitely some years where we're banging our heads against the wall at 3 a.m. and we're just kind of all right, I guess this is the idea. And then, yeah, the Saturday night, you do not sleep whatsoever.
No. I couldn't imagine doing it. I know with my husband, John, had done it a few times. And
he did a really good one, yeah. He did a cupcake one, I remember. It was really good.
Cupcake Continuum.
Yeah. It was really cute.
I wish I would have been around to see them make it, but I'm kind of also glad I didn't because it would have been way too stressful for me.
Hey, there's always this year, Tracy.
We're too old for that. We're leaving that for you guys. So you're going to be joining it again?
We'll see. It kind of depends. Jacob does some work out of the country. So if he's in the area during the festival, we usually do it. I'll say maybe on that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
This was awesome. I'm so glad that you were able to stop by, Alex. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. This was super cool. The YQG in bloom.
Well, again, you guys have to keep your eyes out for Vampire Zombies from Space because it really is a little gem and it is a pride in the Windsor-Essex County area. Everybody was so happy to see it and it was just great. And congratulations on you guys for doing so well at the festivals.
Yes, thank you. That Windsor premiere was more than anyone of us could have asked for. It was so incredible. So thrilled to do that.
It was great. And again, my name is Tracy Martins. I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of YQG in Bloom. You all have a great day.